My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.
Topic remember be kind more messages in kakra. NPP demands release of Hanan Abdul Wahab wife and cites abuse of power by Yoko. Now no ya Wahana Attorney General say evidence and some say no strong enough than first evidence and sakaya no, and for that matter or drop it charges are odi kind de ebo Hanan court buffer stock and they may court so and see or drop it charges so now was a court no discharging because one drop it charges there and no say discharging into a more discharge no ya and a Yoko rearrest and I learn say or that's so custody. And a minority a press conference as usual, which I say we abuse of power. And near my question no mutiti and the so and they are calling for his release as soon as possible.
Omwana ya chi omwana jode ade chichiro muti no na nya abuse of power. Journalist na ya pamo mo fru krom ha manase and say to mu kana patu bi man so no nya abuse of power. It's funny, and I think that their concerns are legitimate. That is the beauty of democracy. Yeah, but yeah, I think that AG Atamobi at the Neko court charges has been professed against the person. There is an ongoing prosecution. They come back to tell you, say, oh, bigger evidence for a bit in a building. Procedurally, you know, it happens everywhere across the globe. It's part of the criminal justice system, because as any point in time, you know, that is what procedure allows. Sometimes you may not get a chance to go and amend your charge sheet. When the amendment will change everything, you need to withdraw the case. So there are instances you may apply for a leave to go and amend your charge sheet. But the things that the changes are so overwhelming, you can drop, and then it's part of the process. In as much as it might look frustrating for Nipana, charging or no. And for observers, because for the average Ghanaian, no trust and confidence in Indian returning fully. So when they see some of these things, now people become wary. Say, "Hey, I don't know and then when you're ready, those concerns are very legitimate. You understand?
Yeah.
So Abasana is also a deep confidence, but procedurally, and you're wrong. Because it happens. That is a normal practice. So for the MPP to say Omo Harasi or Mono, I find it quite interesting because there is something that happened in the court. Abra Attorney General say or withdraw cases, Then quickly the lawyer for them, winning back the same governor, the Damien in for said no. A court no NC Yoko Hokwain say Omo Enchin in for na or suspect say Omu ya Ombasiachi Omo. Then Judge Neka say Bisanka Omo taking it serious, Bianca. Judge Neka say Oni Hokwain. So by directing Yoko and security agencies say Omo arrest and answer, but they don't have the power.
So that happened in the court.
It happened in the court. So
that means that was aware.
Exactly.
Legally.
Oh, now I am right. And he himself, under him as we know, they were doing those things. And people don't find it morally. Your friend is saying, very dirty. Say the former AG, who was supposed to be the AG for the country.
It's now defending
possible criminals. That alone no any moral flag for the MPP, but they have the infantry to stage a press conference and lead a moral because argument no more lead a moral plus legally there is no legal basis. On betting say a abuse of power, but once you're unable to justify, then it pushes us into a realm of moral argument. The moral, if the AG for immediate past AG, I can prosecute these individuals, can transition after 1 year to even not 1 year, after a few months exerting power to become the attorney for these possible criminals as state in the prosecuting now, then you have no moral audacity to be making such argument. And I find it very embarrassing, but they don't see anything wrong with that. So me I'm here as an observer. All that I want to see is to see these petty, unwitty criminals have their day in court. And I'm also urging the Chief Justice to speed the processes up because there are several cases coming up. On speed up because time no day.
Time no day.
Baby, you do no. I cut 2 years. Now you got 2 aba. you return to the people and they will ask you.
Yeah.
There will be no and bia want me and chira winsemu because baby away obia ya convince sa ankrofo we are sika. It wasn't mere conjecture and political rhetoric factual way so they need to speed things up just to ensure these criminals will have their day in court, and there are several other cases we need to make sure that we guard them, prosecute, because we are not just prosecuting, we are also reviving confidence within the governance architecture. Because I will see about there are a lot of people who tell us, oh, NDC, MPO, the same people, we are not. There is a lack of trust, doubt there. So you need to revive that. Because my culture said the last leg, Ghana democracy, this John Mahama led government. Say, and to me, and revival, trust and confidence. We are done. We will go back to where our fellow neighbors are today. Nigeria and Ghana ain't immune from coup d'etat. In as much as you might think, ain't possible, no. Other countries have made it possible, and there is always a way. Wherever there is a will, there is always a way. Don't let the people break ties with government. And the way are able to be here to strengthen some of these things, just to ensure, these petty criminal, I can't just say criminal only means the prosecution. How had you quite fast over we are here? Yeah, this one yes, Bako 4 years to me could Gina supermarket or Tobagia Hodo, Bagia or Baba Kubetimia to it me school feeding, Nakachino, Sika, Obuabuanoa. Now Italian bars running the war. During their era, Omu DGM, I can't just say, come 4 years, the BO DGM. And they were enjoying. Who couldn't need TV? We were on flat screen, bad terrible them. When ninjas and now what that's what I wouldn't even know. Whenever I was not your fans at punching bad treman tamadina chia. When in I always was surprised. Or master them more surprise. And take a beer from when Jim. So on to me, the phone is over her. No more charge of money. Most of them were in with their wives. Yeah. Bema Ben and Nimdansa or Cobo mine crown not in the year account. I do buy Hindi on a year in the Jina court. Sure. We are on a year in the Jina court. And there are several ways. On the year in the Omuno Jina court. Macacho depend with Nimdansa. You need not to challenge it. So I think age dear will be any who will be out one why say and more head or more yeah. I know the day people are only interested in the results. You understand? So everything they need to do humanly possible to ensure about achieve prosecution, that is what we're looking at. Kofi Jimana, I know say I say Oko weekend. Now what time 400 million or so they quite year. Yeah, and they are so cowards say a man on Moyare. Yachio one on Moyare. What if you need an area man? Pet that has been the strategy. And I know Freddie Blaby or Mokofa and the same thing. Candidate upon Namano, then a Dumokochedo, or sending diabetes or that is a strategy. But I think the law enforcement agencies and the security agencies need to speed things up, collaborate with Attorney General making sure that the court also straighten things up. Sabaya Ghana for Akuma Beto William, because as long as a Ghana for what doubt everybody is in danger. Because I say on my way Jiki Krima, they will not only go after politicians.
That is what I don't know. All right, my young fire summer chat to a honorable Callistus Mahama, that's the executive secretary to the president. And Mickey Obekane say or try article be na sema a woman ade ba ko power tro ya na bold a woman a 2028 election. It doesn't matter who NDC presents as their candidates, but rather what did they do?
Yes.
And no Ghana for so no makasa candidate here based on the legacy of President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, Yebejina to Manasi and but not the personality.
Yes, I think Dr. Callistus Mahimona he has been very bold enough to confront the bull by the horn.
Pressure system
yes.
When you didn't go,
it's something nobody within the NDC has been able to gather that muzzle and energy to confront. It's something that has become a monster that is hunting the party, and if they don't take care, it will wreck. So I think that for him to muzzle up, to gather that courage and momentum to strike this particular thing, no, he deserves a lot of commendation. But yeah, because you just want power. Power has been handed over to you, not on a silver platter, but on a platter, coming with a lot of heavy duties and heavy responsibilities. The president is barely a year into his presidency. There is a lot of expectations on his neck. Manfo expecting to fix all the problems. The party will need to rally behind the president.
Yeah.
Every single resources must channel toward that particular vision to ensure that the vision of the president will be realized. Because at the end of the day, the NDC can never leverage anything for power but the achievement of President Mahama. So if you don't support him, if you don't guide him, if you don't direct your focus to his vision and achieve that, what are you going to tell Ghanaians? Because should this government fail, there are people who say, oh, the NDC will be in power for 30 years. We say, we are very funny. More politics, I say. African politics, no about one hour pamu. Yeah. And you've been a pamu. The Obayan never determine whether you stay or not. Yeah. But I buy na be yendru baby a kwabrane namha na me president kwabrane namha na me na me say kwabrane namha and within the party no there are a lot of young people within the NDC who are frustrated because onya issue there is no rally point find out they cut to the because the people are scattered all over the place and it's sickening. It's very sickening to watch. So I understand say it's good one making this particular thing quite clear, and I think that they need to reinforce it. Yeah. Certain communication, you cannot take the power. Power doesn't belong to NDC. Exactly. I can't afford the way I want to buy and never whether it will be continued or not. And the mere fights are walking on the sidelines, says, oh, NDC will be in power for 30 years. And so if you become convinced by that thing, I'm saying, because my culture, na a mad the kente from Nana Natia, no Namsa, NDC power dear, NDC my power beam. But Naniban Hosona is the same man on Babona uniform. That is a kufado for you. Sana power netia. Ghana have gotten to a point they want to look at substance of what you have done. Exactly. Unfortunately, we have a president with a vision or try to do a lot of things. You need to focus. Because at the end of the day, political stage in the same that here, the NDC will have to build a stage. And if President Mahama becomes successful, stage the buy so high, say it doesn't matter who climb it, you become taller than anybody. I love that word. So this particular stage now, or building, all the energies must gear towards supporting him build that particular platform. Now say or building, now say we no ye niya. Me say Obia would never be Gina stage people will not vote for him based on Nipano per se. Exactly. Because of the foundation that the president has laid. So it is very imperative for all these individuals running around to shift focus. Say they have a mandate because so what now we campaign ya do obey and I say abide failure. Then I would go in a campaign. Ghana for Kurabu be say okra and kasakra no say people not say about me I train who free and exactly. So what the mechanism? So I think that it's a powerful message. I think that it has to be communicated in loud voice. A certain authority for media chire ama manfo asha sia kana kra emu oduru chire binom na omon set up because the abasa na a divided interest in us for them. And once some of these things come emotion, if you are not careful, you might also want to engage people because I have this vision. Yeah. It's good to have that particular thing. But make sure the ultimate priority is the government of the day. Be available, address the concerns of the people, and then as a foreigner, make sure you build a solid government. Because there is a reason why the party has a hand in the government. Yeah. And I'm told, cabinet sittings the arrangement in such a way say the party executive is a part of the cabinet. Sure. It means the architecture you have to be part. 2016, one of the major problems the NDC faced, and they say among forces there was a distinct party Abino got disconnected.
Yeah.
Abino to the baby, a party to the baby, and we saw the consequences and so forth. But this time around, you need to make sure that the party is pinned to the government. Whatever initiative be Abino, they drive it because at the end of the day, the political party is the vehicle. So the party must seem to be involved in the operations of the government. That is why the president cannot be left alone. The party will have to be there with him.
Yeah.
Ministers are we a minister now with that particular vision. That's a officer won't mean the minister now. You pack your bag. Papa Bejo the person be the president. I think that the attention should be full. But I think that most of them take Ghanaians for granted. They think that baby I through the MPP4 is in the backstage.
Yeah, they are not.
I don't know, yes, sir.
You are deceiving yourself.
You are not only deceiving yourself. Wako buru akrajene. Wako buru akrajene. Because the political dynamics, it will change the whole thing.
Exactly.
MPP that they've been able to build the bridge between themselves and Ghanaians.
Yeah.
But I say they want to and it has created that room. And I think that the reason why some people are doing some of this, I think that the president needs their full attention, full support.
Yeah.
No money chidom. Now on successful. Because President Mahama has a legacy to leave behind.
Yeah.
And said that the last time I catch energy sector in this country, there is no president who say why have more investment than President Mahama. But but people are out there on platforms instead of telling the story of the president. People are circulating flyers of who want to become president. That's understandable, but it must be done in such a way. I find it to be even very disrespectful.
Exactly.
The mere fact that the president is not saying it doesn't mean that it's not helpful, because it's unreasonable. So I think that Dr. Callistus Mahama has done what everybody has failed to, because some of these things I was expecting the party council of elders to call people to order. And Charlie, we cannot take Ghanaians for granted. We have a mandate to deliver. Now the other way, now say then went to me crosswalk.
That's it.
Then party you have a successor, and whoever the successor now will not matter, especially when you are an incumbent, because over here. Transitioning from Mills to Mahama was a very easy thing.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they were part of the system and not incumbents in everything. And the people looked at the foundation. And if President Mahama is able to lay a solid foundation today, their chances of winning are very high. So you pull resources together just to ensure the president becomes successful, so that you can leverage on his success for your political campaign and as a forum. Like in China, party now, because I will call various platforms. I will say I'm for one to trade that. But Obia or Perjunia, Obia New can't send people are frustrated. And the one here, one because I will call supporters, you even lose them first before. I can't say a political party over power. One or two.
Well, you have been the two.
2016, so go back at Kobota region. Go and look at the outcome.
Yeah.
And now the MPP pens, you go to Ashanti region. Now we decided to What I say? On to my open about what do what I say? So the party need to rise to the occasion, not any the mother umbrella. People can go to when they have issues, because we are dying, there will be issues.
Yeah.
So the party should be stable. Party structure near, but photo from a tuafra, Obianam baby, because Abayamba, baby business, a baby, oh, any part of friend of now, Sadi Pana on some to Abamau, now on some unquiet, Vasobana Wabaton, what I say. So I think they need to, as a young commander when you know. One focus, now, Ogini, the other way, I will do no Biafa. No, I need to focus. So I think, let me comment him. Now, this messenger or the Abano, others must also communicate same. And I think there must be communicated with a certain sense of seriousness. Mama, who say, it's either you are with us or you are against us. It's as simple as that. Because they cannot be divided attention. Yes, and this year, now say one person one phone call contest for flag bearer way. There will be a period. Yeah. There will be a period at that time there you can either resign, go and campaign. Yeah. Somebody no nyanso ye. you need to make sure you support the president to become successful. Because the success is what you can leverage to become whoever that you want to be.
Fantastic. Ma Black or say my man Ivan Alberta Eni or say Ivan, please good.
I think we need to go the Chinese model. China for our system. Baby, we no state na nkasa organize a certain refresher courses from time to time, very intensive. Baby, will be no. We need that particular quenya because there are emerging staff. You might be a professor, you might be a doctor, you might be whoever, a surgeon, whatever. But knowledge, gusua evolve.
Yeah.
Obi wa akwashe hospital baby for 30 years. I want to compare that. Onim de ekoso we ase. And the funny aspect of people who work within the medical environment and then apart from the medical space, they don't know anything happen outside their world. Be social issue, political issue, nothing.
Onim de ekoso
we ase na dey answer what that no akotena hospital na wabafie no hen next shift, that kind of nothing.
Yes, and
no. So and be a social media by na manfo. So you will live in that particular world. Now you say you will be isolated. So there are certain concepts about life you will not even understand. Especially being within the social space. So you think that because what's never a big child, sometimes you become comfortable, and that is a normal way of doing it. So I think that we must begin to organize some of these things because my culture, besin them and say. We will have that hospital. What you have to say the bush ni bi amehwe na nipa no se ne ho ato na kwabrane a wako school we bi okura first degree okura second degree otwi ene ambulance atab nipa ahye makoyi na to atwene muram aba maame na da muram 3 days awu besin ne
asem ne hu ba bi e fa yo
besin ne akokọ kra nkọkọ na oman sare wo yare ade ba ka yare that country is sick. People who did this criminal act are still walking free, and I will not be surprised that you go back to the hospital
and they are still there.
Ambulance, ambulance. Nothing has happened because you cannot, as an educated person, enter school now. You're going to be the woman.
Innocent, no, because how can you do that? A full human being.
Like what for like how?
It doesn't make sense.
And we think it's normal. Media headline. Nobody is even following this thing.
Exactly.
There. And then at Swaba Obia, you say on Namseko na car bono. And Obia Huni Mobo, maybe a Nippon taxi driver make us a first degree crowd Nibio.
Yeah.
But what Hunyan sa car bonipa or not to come, I drive it. Obian Gianacao,
yes,
Edna Cocolebu because hospital near now. Odru Cabranaka can say emergency ayama or bodam emergency ayama. Yeah, this is an emergency situation. Nipano will need just maybe 5 minutes of care just to live.
To survive.
You cannot tell the person because such emergency. My culture said, I have been at emergency warder. Kufuor basi kofia manfo to buye. That night no obi hwina to obi swati way you need to do suction. Baba ka say onipa no dos me nkwa na me wo hanti no momfa ebinim nko. No. Even if it takes to call people from other ward or you transfer the people to even main ward. Even the floor no crana because I'm saying that it is an emergency. The key word here is emergency. And it is an emergency for a reason. The person is akwase obi wo asthma. Not when you're crisis. Not all you wouldn't say the panu, yet the number bed in the hall, into Bonfano. So Nipano that come now, oh, Billy Dino, Makata said Nipanya accident apart from organ crashing. Adema are bleeding. So yeah, the Nipano back hospital. The first thing you do for the person is to control the bleeding. You arrest the bleeding and send even the vitals. Because now what me arrested the bleeding you save the person and sana why na nipa no da car num ya see moja gu car num no enye moja ketwa na kwabra na ka say ye ni bed ntipa no ko enti I was very angry and I'm say TV discussion and media discussion in this country no wa hon I think that sometimes the ignorance is too much and it's costing us.
Yeah.
And the whole media station will label this thing no birth syndrome. What has no birth syndrome got to do with this thing? This is a pure criminal act. And it's a car num kra na obe treating nipa na making sure at least why you be biama no ana fa not to floor because obi owu no onu hia on the bed so I think the committee the report abandon as for me enough. I want to see say people be prosecuted because aniema we a criminal act a pure and then the obi or china the bedi obi fufu e bi da yete ha ye kan ye nwie ya yes now I told you say me I don't want to believe. Yes, up to now until say now I think there's a minister and my update and that will help because I still don't want to believe say nipa needed an emergency CS and I say bed in the honti no I don't want to believe that empty can we no yes the deficit in as for her we can turn the whole town into a hospital. A time will come, a crisis will come. Still, people will not have bed.
So bed shouldn't be an excuse.
Never be an excuse. Yes, we need to retool and make sure that the various infrastructure. Now,
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.